Good day all. I am Dr. T. Arunmori, Assistant Professor and Head, Department of Commerce, KCS Kasinadar College of Arts and Science. I welcome you all for the presentation on Cash Flow Statement Part 2. It is based on the curriculum of all universities on this subject. The contents are the classification of cash inflows and outflows regarding the operating activities, investing activities, financing activities, and how the statement of cash flows are prepared, statement of cash inflows in direct method and in indirect method, classification of cash inflows and outflows. As I have already said, it is divided into operating activities, investing activities, financing activities. The inflows of cash in the operating activities are when cash receipts, that is, when revenues exceed cash expenditures. In investing activities, when the sale of property, plant and equipment, or when a sale of debt or equity securities of other entities, or when the collection of loans to other entities. In financing activities, the inflows of cash may be issuance of equity securities and issuance of a debt, that is the bonds or any notes. The outflow of cash may be in the operating activities as when cash expenditures, that is the expenses, exceed cash receipts. In investing activities, purchase of property, plant and equipment, purchase of debt and equity securities of other entities or loans to other entities. In financing activities, it may be in the form of payment of dividends, redemption of debt, reacquisition of capital stock. Next, we pass on to the three classification as operating activities. It includes receiving cash from customers for the sale of goods and services, receiving interest and dividends on loans and investments, and making cash payments for wages, goods and services purchase, interest and taxes. Cash inflows may be as cash sales, received from debtors, commission and fees, or it may be in the form of royalty. Cash outflows, cash purchases, payment to creditors, cash operating expenses, payment of wages, income tax, manufacturing expenses. In the investing activities, it includes the purchasing and selling of long-term assets and marketable securities other than the cash equivalents, as well as the making and collecting of loans. Cash inflows may be in the form of sale of fixed assets, sale of investments, interest received, dividend received, working capital recovery. The cash outflows may be in the purchase of fixed assets, purchase of investments, and in working capital. Financing activities, it includes issuing and buying back capital stock as well as borrowing and repaying loans on a short or long-term basis. Dividends paid are also included in this category. The financing activities, it may be in the cash flow, may be in the issue of shares in cash, issue of debentures in cash, proceeds from long-term borrowings. Cash outflows may be in the form of payment of loans, redemption of preference shares, payment of dividends, interest paid, repayment of finance, and lease liability. Preparing a statement of cash flows, using net operating income as a starting point to get the net operating cash flow. Add back any non-cash expenses, for example, depreciation is a non-cash item. Net cash flow is equal to cash inflows minus the cash outflow. Net operating cash flow is equal to income after taxes plus depreciation. How to prepare a statement of cash flow? It may be, as we have seen in the order of presentation, the operating activities, investing activities, financing activities. It may be in the form of direct method or the indirect method. Under the direct method, actual cash flows are presented for items that affect cash flow. For examples, the items that are usually presented under this approach are cash collected from customers, interest and dividends received, cash paid to employees, cash paid to suppliers, interest paid and income taxes received. In the indirect method, the calculation of cash flows from operating activities begins with net income, which is then adjusted for changes in balance sheet to arrive at the amount of cash generated or lost by operating activities. We are seeing now the format of the direct method. As I have told you, the cash receipts may be from sales, commission and fees, interest received, and we write it in the inner column and taken to the outer column. Cash payments may be in the form of purchases, payments to and for employees, the operating expenses, interest payments, direct taxes paid. Another inner column taken to the outer column, we get the net cash flow from operating activities. The indirect method, which says net profit before tax, it starts with adjustment. Adjustment is for depreciation, loss on sale of fixed assets, loss on revaluation. You get the operating profit before working capital changes. Then adjustment, it shows the trade and other receivables. Those are bills receivables. Next is the inventories or the stocks. Trade payments may be in the form of creditors and bills payable. We get cash generated from operations may be in the interest paid and taxes paid. Last, we arrive at the answer as net cash flow from operation activities. Hope we would understand about the cash flow statement in part 2. We would meet again in cash flow statement part 3. Thank you.